kwara ni vidi niko kwa teli.
Discover the natural power of ashwagandha, an ancient herb known for its healing properties. For over 3,000 years, ashwagandha has been trusted to reduce stress, increase energy, and improve focus. Our ashwagandha is carefully grown, harvested, and processed to retain its maximum potency. Each root is hand-picked and dried, then ground into a pure organic powder, ensuring the highest quality. Simply mix 1 teaspoon into your favorite beverage or take it in capsule form as prescribed by a healthcare professional. Whether you're looking to balance your stress levels, boost your immune system, or enhance mental clarity, ashwagandha offers a natural solution. Experience the benefits of ancient wisdom backed by modern science. Trust nature. Trust ashwagandha. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition Store.
Yo, it's from the soul ndo nimetoa kasavara mudigi. Nikisikia msea na kwara ni vidi niko kwa teli kao kwara inabidi ni wachanganishe na izima thoughts zangu za within. Juu Capital City washanisikia so inafaa mashinani uko ndani pia. Kazi fike mitazi tahadithia mweke shot tukikani kumalizia. Vile miaka 30 na karibia inafanya na reflect on my early years. Zile vitu nimeona as a young boy. Don't ever wanna see my mom in tears. Never. No money, no communication. They didn't see it coming. Premature ejaculation. Miseducation. Inaweza kuweka kwa my situation. We beat them like a case, no matter the speculations. Yeah, vile na slap kama wakambo. I am the one, I keep it a handle. Na hama fala hawezi relate. Yo, zangu ni raw, but si mambo. I do them that nime come filthy. Na jeshi maspate me come with me. Kubeba bendera ya hip hop. Many juicy to party me turn 50. I dare you to step up and come beat me. I dare you to go on a run with me. Can I run a run GG? I'm picking nafanya mna come midget. Inspector Mwala gives a Kenyan shilling ikweni dollar. So mean when I go in. More green kwa walenje ndo color. Time is money, the reason I protect it. Do the most, I don't waste it. Fake niggas like prosthetic. Nasema ina happen is prophetic. How could they forget me? Na vile na metaka confetti. How many times I've killed rappers and buried battles I've won plenty. Brother telling me we gon' get there. Na get me congested. Punch rappers kama konje. Vile kicks na snares are connecting. I'm not trusting. Adini fike kwa pinnacle. Lazima ni chase. Manze sila lishi niliacha kungoja ma miracle. Wale ngoja ni kwa mebila form na wanataka kunionanga bila. Doti ni waba wako pika tapila. So lazima nibadilisha no familia flow. Washingtons of rappers like Denzel. Nigga, it's my training day. Yeah. It's my training day. It's my training day.
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay. All right. I'm putting cases on all. I'm the man up in this piece. You'll never see the light of day. Who the fuck you think you? I run shit here. You just live here. Yeah, that's right. You better walk away. Go and walk away, because I'm going to burn this motherfucker down. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Yeah, good afternoon, family. Hope you guys are doing amazing. That is Caterpillar with Training Day. And of course, karibuni sana to another episode of the Pan-African Bliss Show. My name is Joby to the first-time listeners on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute, on the network. And to those who shall be catching this on a replay. Hope you're having an easy, or wishing you are easy Wednesday ahead. And of course, a beautiful, peaceful day. And of course, welcome. Today, shall be talking about what is happening in Mali, which has joined Burkina Faso in removing French as their official language. And of course, you can see the work the Alliance of Sahel State, literally, where African countries, Other would say what we've been looking forward to, African countries making a decision as a one. Personally, I've been a big advocate of if the African Union was working or a working program a working organization, some of the decisions made by other African countries, whether effective or not, should be a decision made by the whole African continent, not just one country making a decision. Or otherwise, why are we literally on the African Union? Why am I a member of the African Union while I can't have a decision made that favors the whole of the countries or the continent? So that is what we shall be focusing on. But we shall also talk about what is happening in Sudan, where we have Salva Kiir, who's facing nepotism backlash after appointing his daughter to the top post. Of course, it never ends. I mean, it's not the first time we're talking about nepotism being extended in these puppet-led states or puppet-led countries. That is something that has actually made us stagnant, and why we have most of this poor leadership, because that is what they do. Shall be discussing what is happening in Kenya with our previous deputy president, of course, impeached deputy president. Looking forward to be rather one among the standing now presidential candidates who are seeking the presidential seat in 2027. He was impeached, and according to our system or institution of law, he's not supposed to be vying for a presidential seat after impeachment, but apparently he is eligible. I think this is where again corruption calls in. So it is actually addressing how Ruto is actually a man of dictatorship, and how is so much in control of the people is actually appointed in power. And it's quite interesting because he goes back and talks about Moi, and Moi, that is the second president of Kenya, who ruled for 2 decades, that is literally 24 years to be specific. And he was a dictator where most of the people, and especially during his time, also Kenyans did go to the streets. That was on the 7th of July, calling out for different multinational parties. And that's why we had the formation of now these other political parties literally emerging. And with that, he's also talking about actually how the fact that Ruto, most of the people know that Ruto is a student of Moi, or whether he was tutored by Moi to become how ruthless he is actually hinting on that. We shall talk about what's happening in DRC Congo. The civil society groups is calling for reassessment of China mining deals. Of course, this is something they keep on talking about, but we shall be starting with what is happening with the African Americans who are facing rejection from the Africans as they return to the motherland. This has been happening, of course. Personally, I've been seeing videos on YouTube, on TikTok, some Africans, Kenyans, we have been talking about specifically Kenya as being one of the countries most of the African Americans have been moving to recently. The number is actually growing. We've been talking about the passport bros, leave alone that. We've seen other people coming here to invest. And we had, of course, the amazing sister who also happened to hope on Lynn Gugi's show. And I want to share literally what she had to say about something where we have this big head syndrome or big nigger syndrome, and which is coming from most of the African Americans coming to the continent. Because I think before we shared, I'm going to start with that video. There's a video that went viral on TikTok some time back of a passport bro who actually came out and started saying that, I came to save you. Why are you people acting like you don't need to be saved? We came to live, whatever he was saying. I'm going to start with that video. And that actually is what started to spark the conversation and outrage from Kenyans, to be specific, about African Americans coming to Africa and also Kenya, and the big head nigger syndrome they really have. And she's also talking about it. I love the fact that she also addressed it, because she's saying it, the fact, if you're not here, you think maybe we're bluffing about it, you think we are after African Americans or anything, but it's something that is really, really happening. I think also Kamlesh spoke about it. Kamlesh didn't hint. He has had his own experiences literally with some of the African Americans in the country. And I'm going to start with that video. But before that, a quick reminder to download our app on the Google Play Store. Black Code Fire Network is the name. Once you have the app, you can get yourself some amazing supplements on the like of multivitamin, ashwagandha, beetroot, brain and focus formula. We have moringa pure CMOs, turmeric gummy bears, some skincare health, skincare products as well on the terms of Alocool cucumber soap. We have shea butter and so much more. Also looking on the likes of coffee products, very organic. We have Manuka honey coffee and much more. But as we pour our brains right here, I love sharing some brain and focus as you get the health and benefits that it comes with.
Unlock your full potential with Brain and Focus, a powerful supplement designed to boost mental clarity, enhance memory, and sharpen concentration. Made from a blend of scientifically proven ingredients like ginkgo biloba, omega-3, and essential vitamins, Brain and Focus is crafted to fuel your mind. Our process ensures maximum potency and effectiveness, delivering the perfect balance of brain-boosting nutrients. Take just one capsule daily, as prescribed by your healthcare provider, and feel the difference. Whether it's powering through your workday or staying sharp in life's challenges, Brain and Focus keeps you at the top of your game. Stay sharp, stay focused, and stay ahead with Brain and Focus. Brain and Focus, fuel your mind, achieve more. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition Store.
It's at a very affordable price and much more. In case you have any questions before and after your purchase, ensure you email us at kcnewsam15@gmail.com. Karibuni sana once again, and my name is Jobitu, the first time and returning listeners. And as we get started with today's conversation, yesterday we were talking about the passport bros on my show, and I got really mad personally, because I was like, what is really going on with, with all. Just a minute. Yeah, I was wondering what is going on with all this. Just because you've had one bad experience shouldn't make you put everyone on the same basket. And that is what we addressed yesterday. And you look at the person talking, actually, you can tell he's a broke person, very ugly and very broke. So I want to start with the first video, the passport bro, who went ahead and said he's here to call to save Kenyans, and we need to stop. There's some words he said. Let me just look for the video and share it. I'm gonna start with that, and then I'm gonna go back to yesterday's story where actually the passport brother, apparently this is something he's been doing. So before he even came out putting that video that went viral, there's allegations of where he goes to the club and takes women. We say kuchota, we say kuchota in Swahili, but he takes women from the clubs, takes them to the house, and then he starts insulting them while live streaming. Do you know how crazy that is? He takes women from the club, takes them to the house, and then starts insulting them while live streaming and puts that bad image of Kenyan women there, saying that Kenyan women are this is what she did, yet the woman just didn't want to sleep with him. But let me share the first video, of course, where this whole conversation started and why passport brothers are where the focus of, I'd say it is destroying the African Americans images, right? Where it literally started from. So let me look at this video very quickly and then share it. Passport bro. Just a minute. Yeah, my internet is buffering a little bit. Okay, here it goes. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, that was in 2024. I remember it was last year. It was last year. So, okay, let me see. I'm trying to see if I can find. Let me share my screen. I'm trying to see if, because I remember he was backlashed by women, like literally, like people were so mad about the whole situation. So we have the first, let me look at this one. We have this one.
This is, I guess, part 2 of my last video. I'm just doing this kind of off the cuff. I'm trying to figure out something. if Kenyans have money, which I've been to Kenya, I've taught in Kenya. If Kenyans have money, why would you accept disrespect from someone else just because they have money? I'm responding to the comments from my last video. I'm just not going to stitch them. I'm not going to do that. Also, if Kenyan women don't want to be disrespected by the American men, aka the passport bros, why would you even tolerate them if the only thing they have to offer is money?
Number one, the first comment I'm seeing on this guy's video is, you guys meet the cheap and desperate women and you think you've made it in life. Enjoy your stay and go back home. Wife your fellow Americans, if possible, all right? Because yes, there's good women in Africa, that is no lie. You're gonna find someone you match and all that, but you go meet women who are desperate, because trust me, there's that too. And you come here with your backward mindset thinking that everyone is stupid. Not everyone is stupid. You meet the cheap and the desperate ones and you think now, everyone is desperate and cheap. That is not what is happening right here. Not everyone is desperate and cheap. You meet the cheap and the desperate women, and that is what makes you think that every Kenyan woman is to be disrespected. That is the crazy part. We also have another one. I wish I could find that, guys, but I don't know, I can't find it. The one who said, I'm here to save you and all that. Because that is where I want to combine the conversation that I have of the sister who came to the studio, and on Lynn Gugi's show, she addressed the same thing. She said most of the Black Americans come here, they think they're here to make our lives better. Trust me, we live in good still without you. We accept that, we do appreciate the opportunities and everything, but don't come here trying to disrespect anyone just because you come from a place where you have a different accent like Mzungu, and you think we're gonna fall for that. Like I said yesterday, we're so long gone with that. It's the 21st century, baby. Like, please. You expect me to fall for your Black American accent? You expect me to feel like, oh wow, I'm so blessed, Now, excuse me? That is so long gone. That is in the old Stone Age, literally, if I can say that, if I'm allowed to say that. That is in the long Stone Age. So long gone. So when you come here, like she said, enjoy your stay. You need to also have intentions. What are your intentions of coming to Kenya? Because if you specifically come here to look for women and sleep with them, you're so lost. You are a lost brother. I'm trying to see. I don't know if that video was taken down on TikTok or what, but I can't see it. Let me see if I can, because this was the lady who reacted to it. Let me share.
So apparently, one of the low-functioning passport bros got a hold of my video, and he was feeling salty about it, and has been running around the internet addressing me. I wasn't aware. My friend just sent me the video. So because he's American and he's from America, I had to find something American, to wear to address this fool. He said that they have come to dominate Kenya or Africa, I don't know. And my question is, dominate where?
Exactly, that is what he said. I can't find that video, I don't know why. But he said, we came to dominate you. You need to respect us. We're like your Jesus. Excuse me? We even don't believe in Jesus anymore for you to come tell us you're here to save us. You go back trying to tell Africans that we need to respect you because you're African American and you're here to save us. Again, like I said, that is a long gone Stone Age story. Your accent is not gonna fool anyone here. Nobody at all. Karibu sana, Keith.
Asante sana. I got your ass again.
I bet you should. I hope you should, because I saw you are up early. But yes, we're still talking about the Passport Brothers, and
What
the
happened now?
conversation is still going on. And
Did you see the video I sent you on TikTok? Try to see it on your.
no, I didn't.
Well,
Not check.
I told Yeah, check your TikTok feed. I knew it. There's a video out there about him getting rejected. I knew it. I knew it. He was trying to act all crazy with this Kenyan lady, and she wouldn't go there. That nigga
Mhm.
said, "Nigga, I got money. We talk. You call him." They, it was completely disrespectful. I knew. I said, "Nah, this dude got rejected. This ugly dude got rejected. But that's why he's feeling all upset." And so that video service, I saw him get rejected. You know, he talking about, "Hey, come here, hey, come here." I'm like, "Come, what are you talking about?" So
Yes.
he got
So
rejected. Go ahead, Jim.
yeah, they said apparently. So if you saw the image I shared yesterday on one of the blogs that was posted here, it's that he goes to the clubs, takes women from the club and takes them to his house. Of course, trying to have sex with them. And when a woman gets there and she refuses to have sex with them, he starts live streaming and insulting them and beating them up.
Oh,
It's
who
on his
does
blog.
that? That ain't the same guy, right?
The guy who was sharing his video yesterday. Yeah.
That him?
Yes. Yeah.
Whoa, whoa. You mentioned ain't no Kenyan man put hands on this dude yet?
That
They
is the
haven't
crazy
heard.
because I don't know where he's staying. He might be living in a very, ghetto place because in the ghetto nobody gets to mind your business. Trust me. In the ghetto, you'll be insulted and no one is gonna come to your rescue. But
That's what I'm saying. How's he out making these claims and then assaulting women? I know he's beating up on women too.
yeah.
What?
hmm I shared the images yesterday with you immediately after our show, literally. And
I
yeah,
don't remember seeing him.
yeah, they
I
say the
remember,
person is called Brian Scott Esley, aka J. Rello. Is a convicted criminal, and
uh,
assaulted and filmed a woman who refused to consent to. Let me read that again.
this
Um,
is this the
what?
same guy, right? The same guy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay, because this same one I'm talking about Kenyan women are ugly. That's the way I'll make sure we
yeah,
get the right guy right. Okay.
exactly. The same guy. Yeah.
So I
So
know he was a lo- I know this dude was a loser. I always go for the psychology. This is a
mhm,
loser. I didn't know nothing about his background being trying to rape women, trying to. I said I know personalities. I said this is a loser. You know, some guys who never could get women. Who's always angry at women because they don't like them. They can't fool women. They cause uh, uh, some kind of psychological deficit. They always get ignored. They always like no. So no matter where he goes, women don't find his ass attractive and don't want to have nothing to do with him.
mhm,
So it makes him feel a certain kind of way. So when
mhm,
I traveled, when I first started traveling, I wanted to see. Let me see. Am I attracted to other women? I just want to see. Without not going crazy, not doing all that crazy shit. I wanted to
mhm.
see. I was like, hey, what you doing? And nah.
So
That's how I know. Go
he
ahead.
assaults them on camera and usually picks up escorts in the clubs and goes home with them to just
That's what you're talking about paying. Yeah, that's what you're talking about. Be paying. I said, who's gonna admit this is a trick, Joe? This is a sucker ass Negro. Who would even admit to something like this?
So literally, I'm sharing this story because last year, remember we had the passport bro who went viral too, who came and said these Kenyan women are ugly. I'm here to dominate you, and
No, he
still
didn't say they were ugly. He didn't say nobody was ugly. Like he was just
whatever
talking crazy.
he talked crazy too. Whatever he said, it's the same. It's the same.
He said he's just more crazy. He wasn't talking about hurt nobody. He said, "I'm here to dominate your culture. You look up to me. I'm so." His was completely delusional, but he wasn't talking about hurting anybody. He just talking
You,
crazy.
you and Jesus go dominate somewhere else. Even Jesus can't dominate
I
us
know,
anymore. Really.
exactly, but that's what I'm saying. He just talking crazy.
It's,
Hey, Dom,
it's
I can do so much your whole economy. You crazy? I'm a YouTube money. You're poor in America. I'm a $YouTube. This you're dealing with almost like insanely retarded people.
Mhm. It's crazy. So I
Go
remember I
ahead.
was just sharing this video of this lady because she was the lady who reacted to that video of that
Yeah,
guy.
yeah. That was the lady who said, "Oh, we make you poor and blah blah blah." Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and it went viral. So I'm trying to connect the dots where, because it goes back to there's the conversation of on YouTube especially. I'm not sure if it's on TikTok yet, but I've seen it mostly on YouTube where
Okay.
Kenyans, some Black Americans are complaining that you know they're claiming Africans, but this is happening in Kenya, that Kenyans don't want them here. And I think also Iwaton and Kamlesh discussed about this when they were discussing about
Yeah,
this
it's
lady land.
police.
Yeah,
Police.
police. Yeah, and people have been talking about how these people are here to take lands and everything. The same address, this lady was on the studio. She talked about it again. We're not here to take lands from you. If you look at it from a positive side, actually, we're here to grow together. But it's just the problem when you have this kind of passport bros now who are destroying the
Exactly. Yeah,
African
your
American.
image. Exactly. You got problems. See, like one or two people, everybody considered. Now, I haven't been in Africa for 5 years now, whatever it's been. Now, am I going to be considered a passport bro?
Mhm,
What? I'm just there. I've never been affiliated with any passport bros. So,
mhm.
you know, so
So she
don't
was.
lump me into all that shit.
So she was on Lynn Googie's shows. I want to share just a little
Okay.
bit of what she had to say. This is, I think, 4 months ago. And yeah, shout out to
All
her. I've
right.
seen videos of her. She's been doing interviews all over, connecting with people. She knows a little bit of Swahili. And she addressed the first thing that I'm just talking about. You come here and you want to act like the big head nigga syndrome. It's on your head. Just because you,
Yeah.
you, you you think you having a Black American accent that's gonna move me again. That is a long Stone Age story. It's so gone.
Exactly. That's exactly. It doesn't work anymore. I've never seen. I don't like that because I never moved that way in Africa ever or any place I've been. I've never moved with the big head Negro, nothing ever. I've never moved that way, so that's why I was always getting uh, cooperation when I was in Brazil and Colombia in African countries. I always cooperated with people. I ain't go, I'm the big head. What? Get out of here. Go ahead.
Mhm. The only time it's gonna work, which she also mentioned, and shout to me, she talks about it every single time, is when you go to the market and people are trying to overprice you for
That's
things.
right.
This is when the accent moves me, okay? Because that is
Heck,
the
I'm
only
making
time.
more money.
Exactly. That's the only time you see an African being moved. But let's listen to this.
A lot of
Good.
us come over here and we're very arrogant. You do have Black Americans who absolutely believe that they're better than the local Kenyans, which is absolutely ridiculous.
And it's okay. I mean, it's not bad. Yeah, maybe the money you have, I don't have right here. You might bring me, it's okay if you
but
have that
but but but
mentality.
now, but see, understand, it's not that they have it because of marriage, Joby. They just happen to
Mm-hmm,
be born in a country where the currencies worth more than yours because of the
mm-hmm,
corruption in Africa. It's like a
mm-hmm,
it's like it's like a draw. They got a draw by people in America, but they didn't do anything. They're not living like a great life. They haven't built
mm-hmm,
anything. So how do you
mm-hmm,
think you're better than somebody else in another country because they're poor off their currency's worth less than you than yours? You didn't have nothing to do with the building the currency in America. You didn't have nothing to do with the building of the currency there. So to act like you're better than someone, to me, has always been retarded.
mm. Continue.
I'm here to save Kenya because we ain't here to. Kenya don't need saving. Kenya don't need saving, which is why we come here.
That's right.
Most Kenyans look at us as the children of slaves from a derogatory point of view. So we're already coming into the situation with some kind of resentment already there. For the majority of us, we want to get away from racism. We want to get away from bigotry. We want to get away from the system of white supremacy. We want to feel like we can blend, and that's how you feel when you're here, especially in Kenya. And we want a sense of
You're still not getting
ownership
away from it in
that is
Kenya, lady. I want to tell you, it's subtle. You still not getting away from it because the tractor still runs Kenya. You understand that? You got properties in Kenya. Now, what I was even trying to do in Mombasa area, that they didn't want my black staff there. I never even told these guys. I know what happened in Dar es Salaam too, with Cameron Spikes and them. I got things I was trying to do in Mombasa that white people own. They did not want Africans in there, or these Indians and Arabs who own that shit in Mombasa. They did not want Africans in there. That's in an African, a black country. I never said nothing about it. I just let us say, okay, I'm not going to mention it.
I'm
This is
literally hearing
real.
that for the first time. Literally, I'm hearing
Yeah,
that for the first
this
time.
is real. They didn't want no black
An
people
option
in there.
Mm-hmm.
for us, real ownership, real generational wealth in a place where we're not judged, but we're welcome. We also don't want to be treated like outsiders. Don't give me the Mzungu prices because of my accent.
You get that?
You know what I mean?
You
Yeah,
get that?
not no more
Yeah,
because I know I'm Hafana.
you get it. So I've been told this because even so, it doesn't make a difference. Even when you're in every African does that. Like Joey would get the special deals, but she knows Tanzania now. Like I told Spikes when they were going to Rwanda. I said, listen here, your accent is going to be a giveaway, and they're going to try to charge you more, guys, because of your accent. And because you think you're an African, they see you come from Kenya. They say, oh, Kenyans have more money than Rwanda, so they're going to charge you special prices. I don't know why people get mad about that. This is global. I don't know. Most people don't travel. They take everything personal. It ain't personal. It's about their survival. And so that's what people do in other countries. They hear that accent. Oh, okay. So when we send you over down to South Africa, they're going to hear accents and say, oh, okay, madame, okay.
But I think what she said, like she's trying to say, because she's been here for 14 years, right? Back and forth,
Of
back and
course,
forth.
of
And the
course.
same, I've observed that with Nish too. Like the fact she's been back and forth in Tanzania. It's so hard for her to even. She knows the price. You know, she
Of
looks at it
course,
and she's
exactly.
no, she has like this app she's downloaded on her phone that does the currency exchange from the dollar to
Okay.
Tanzania. The moment you try to follow, she's like, you know. So, but that is one thing I really noticed. So, I think it's if you're not
Yeah,
smart enough, of course,
of course.
you'll be. And of course, if it's your first time, you want to know what the real price is. Let's be just very honest. If it
Of
is your
course
first time,
not. Of course
until
not. You're not going to know.
you
Exactly. Exactly.
until you
I,
make it a norm of visiting this place, you know, you have the interest of coming, learning more about this place, then you're gonna know how things move
I
around.
didn't.
None is
I didn't get got. I didn't get got. Imagine Samuel right there going to keep with his Jamaican accent. Ooh, okay, Jamaican
oh
accent.
my
So they probably think
actually Samuel, he will be
they
hidden.
probably
He will be
they probably think you're faking. They go charge him. You do what?
I think something with Jamaicans, there's something about Kenyans and Jamaicans too. I don't know. It's
All
we
right.
have we have like a connection, you know, it's just the same way
Uh,
we have connection, you know, with
of course.
everyone, you know, but there's something special also about Kenya and Jamaicans, you know,
I
like
know.
it's can't
It's
explain it.
crazy.
It's just there because there are Kenyans who actually talk like accent of Jamaica completely, you know, completely.
Yeah. Just
The
like your
hell?
crazy ass.
You know, because there's one person who has been going viral from Kenya, in Jamaica, literally a comedian, and this because he was trying to show how the Jamaican system of education can be. They're telling you R for I know B for bombo clat, C for D for dancehall. I don't know. It's just crazy. So he went viral. He was talking like pure Jamaican. Like, all right, class, today we go study different pronunciation. You know, me I go teach you how you have to do this, okay? I have to stand for, you know, and I like the feast thing. It's just amazing. There's just something special
That's
about
funny. Yeah,
Jamaica.
just
But
yeah, just send that to me. That's funny.
I will send it to you. It's on TikTok. It's been going viral.
Their FBAs or
Yeah,
more
the
about
FBA nonsense.
Africa as a whole, but you don't really know where these countries are located on a map until you actually meet somebody. So he was telling me about Kenya, and I just fell in love with the conversation. He helped
See,
me get a
that's
better
actually true.
job
That's
in the
actually true.
first
But y'all
month.
pause it. It was just actually true because I had a Kenyan girlfriend. I was living in Maryland, right? My last year, a school part, I was out there, doing what I do, right? And at that time, I didn't know nothing about no Africa and no Kenya. I was like 17, 16, 16, 17. And me being from California, she kept saying Kenya. I thought that was like a county in Maryland. So why you keep telling me you from Kenya? Okay, okay. Where's it at? Is it a county in Maryland? I thought she was talking about it was a county. That's how stupid I was. I'm Kenyan, Keith. I'm Kenya. So what? What I need to know about your county for? I thought you were talking about a county in the state of Maryland. Oh, who cares about your county, girl? Okay, I'm from LA. I'm not gonna keep saying it. I don't care about your county called Kenya. Where's it at? Is it over by the water? Is it over by the beach? Is that what you're talking about? No, Keith, I'm from Kenya. It's a country. A country? Ain't you African like me? Ain't you African American?
Afghanistan. I was like, wow. So anyway, I told him I was going to go to Kenya. He was like, no, you're not. And I bought my ticket, and I said, to him the next time I saw him, I was like, hey, I bought my ticket, so when we going to Kenya? And I landed in Mombasa at Moi, August 2011, and never looked back. I've been coming to the country consistently since 2011 and fell in love, and always told myself that I wanted to move here eventually permanently. So now I actually permanently live in Nairobi, Kenya, sold everything in the US, and now I live here.
You sold kila kitu. And you moved here.
Yes.
And your story is very familiar because a lot of Black Americans are doing this. They are selling everything they have. They are living their whole life behind, selling their apartments, everything, and they are moving back to the motherland. For you, the motherland is Kenya. You fell in love with Kenya, right?
Yes.
So why do you think majority of them are doing this?
So it's a number of things. If you look at the climate that's in the US right now, it's absolutely asinine what's going on. We don't have to bring up Trump, but we see what's happening with that administration. But outside of that, the history of Black Americans and America has been a love-hate relationship. While I am very proud
it ain't been no love-hate. Been all hate.
Which is an American culture cultivated out of our African ancestry. I am equally proud to be a product of the continent. And so I always say to people when they say that, they're FBAs or, foundational Blacks or they're Pan-African, I don't necessarily want to place myself in a box, but two things can be true. I can subscribe to being proud to be in Gullah Geechee, which I would consider partially FBA, if you will, not to the extreme of pseudo science, if you will, but and then also Pan-African, Ubuntu in my blood. So for me, there were a number of things for me to move to Kenya. One, it was a strategic business move because I have been doing business here now for 7 years from the States and just coming back and forth. And then, after a while, things are starting to pick up. Most Black Americans want to see what you say you're doing in real time. And so I had to make the decision like, okay, we're going to have to go ahead and move to Kenya and make this a permanent relocation. But for the majority of us, we want to get away from racism. We want to get away from bigotry. We want to get away from the system of white supremacy. We want to feel like we can blend, and that's how you feel when you're here, especially in Kenya. And we want a sense of ownership. If that is an option for us, real ownership, real generational wealth in a place where we're not judged, but we're welcome. The beautiful thing about Kenya, your key opening statement when you get to the airport is Karibu Kenya, Karibuni Kenya. And so to be welcome into a beautiful country such as Kenya, where the people are always welcoming, it's a feeling that you can't buy. You just can't buy.
That's all. Wait. That's all of Africa, except for maybe South Africa. But I didn't get those in. But me personally, I didn't get no xenophobic in South Africa. That's nothing to do with this Kenya. That's just African people, guys. Wherever you go, African people are loving. That's your nature. So those borders don't mean anything. Wherever you go, and that's me being an anthropologist, studying African people, and it's just African people are friendly by nature. It's probably deadly too. that you're friendly. It's the good and bad about that. It's a good because other people see that as like, oh, okay, we come and conquer these people. But it is the natural thing of African people. I say it's overwhelming that it seems like, and it's funny, African people do tribalism, treat each other like shit, but everybody else they welcome in. It's it's this I don't care where you go, Botswana, Namibia, Zimbabwe, Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, Ghana, Nigeria, Mali, Guinea Faso. It's the same behavior. Same behavior. Same welcoming, kind, hearted people. And that's why everybody looks at Africans as easy prey. Somebody, people that they can dominate. Because it's the same. Because that's how I knew. I said, same motherfucking people. It's the same behavior. Same thing. Very welcoming. Same. It's wild. And then I also knew from a predator's perspective, I was like, wow, imagine if I was a predator and I come to Africa. Wow, I'd be thinking all kind of heinous ass shit. Because these people just too loving and kind, like almost like a child. Okay, I see it. Anyway, go ahead, Joe.
One of the things we said we would do today is also address some of the complex and divisive things that are happening around this whole return thing when people are saying, I want to go back to the motherland. One of the things that I have realized is you guys are in love with Africa. You love the motherland, whether it's Ghana, Kenya, Senegal, Mali. But how does it feel first when some people say you are you are Black American, you are not African? Have you experienced that?
Yes.
And what do you think is your truth?
I don't pay attention to that shit.
Is the reality that is true. Culturally, we are American. That is the truth. Some of us have an issue with that because of the relationship we have with America in terms of history.
No, I don't think we're American. I think we're Black American culture. We've never been accepted by America. So I don't call us American culture. We're Black American culture because we create our own subculture in America. And so when he come back, like I tell people, I've been told that the motherfucker you can't tell me that I don't have a right to the continent where my goddamn family came from. You ain't got the right to tell me no. I don't even listen to no whole ass shit like that. Motherfucker, I'm genetically African. So Africa belongs to me as much as it does you. So another motherfucker telling me, oh, you're not African. Well, you see my genetics? They say African, stupid. So I got as much title of this land as you do. So fuck what you heard. That's why a lot of people just speak in the head. Oh, they said I don't got no thing that motherfucker Africa don't belong to nobody but Black people. You're not gonna tell me nowhere. In Africa, I'm not goddamn that this land don't belong to me. Shit. This is where my ancestors originate from. This is where they came from. They didn't decide to get up on a goddamn boat and leave. They were stolen. So I'll be goddamn if you gonna tell me, moron, that I don't belong and where I do belong. You don't got the right to tell me nothing about no fucking Africa. Shit, I never even paid attention. I think I heard that shit one time in Nigeria. I just looked at the motherfucker and said, man, get the fuck out of my face. You can't push. You don't hurt my feelings. I'm thick skinned. Go ahead.
Period. I'll just play it a little bit, then I'll share the rest on the WhatsApp. For those who'd love to watch this interview of hers, she speaks about her experiences in Kenya.
And honest with ourselves. And this is a journey. It's a journey because it's like a child that has been abused, right?
Exactly.
And you're in an abusive relationship, but you can't get away from that relationship. And then you have the opportunity to go to your mom, who essentially she had a part to play in it, but she really didn't have full control of you being taken away, right? Or even feeling abandoned and now feeling rejected. And now you have the opportunity to go to her, right, and find some kind of sense of belonging. But then it's a full circle. So for me, in the beginning, 13 years ago, when I started my journey of enlightenment, it led me to the continent. But it didn't just lead me to the continent. I've been to 46 countries in the world, which were in Europe, Asia, everywhere around the world. And I've been to 9 other African countries. And for me, Kenya just is one of those places that stuck with me. But as I was going through that journey, I too realized that even the way that I was operating as an American who was not conscious of my Kenyan counterparts. This is the reality of it all. And for Black Americans, we don't want to keep it a buck and say that there is some unlearning that you have to do, because you too have created this romantic idea of what you think Africa, which is a continent, not a country, is. And so when we think of Africa, you have to break it down to different countries. So since we're here in Kenya, we're going to deal with Kenya. And so for me, let me give you an example.
That's not romanticized the
I go to
continent.
CJ's. I wanted a smoothie. And they didn't have the smoothie the way that I'm used to in America, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, can you move this? Can you move this and make it this way? He did it for me. As I'm getting in my car, I said to myself, they need a smoothie king here. Right? And then I said, check yourself. They don't need nothing. You would like for them to have a smoothie king for you, but they don't need anything. Check yourself. And so it's small nuances like that where you become an American really quick, and you oppose what you think.
That's what I was saying. Well, yesterday, you need the
you're just saying, look, yeah, you're just saying you want, and it's really not bad to say that, like you're saying you want Africa to have more development. That's all. You're not really, you didn't abuse the man and say you want a certain way and be rude. You said, can you please do it this way? But what you're really saying, you want Africa to have more development, which it should have. And it's because of the racism that it doesn't have it. You want Africa to have more development. Africa should look less developed than the rest of the world.
Yeah, so I think what she's also trying to just say is where it snaps you and you need to understand you're in Africa. Of course, there are things, we don't have Popeyes here, so you're not going to tell me, come, prepare Popeyes. I don't know the recipe for Popeyes. I know the recipe.
Tell me, I'm not a moron. I know there's no Popeyes. I'm not going to come looking for Popeyes, but first I know there's no Popeyes, hey, Joby.
Don't tell me, I want you to pull Popeyes like this, just because you have KFC. I don't like it. You go find Popeyes in America or South Africa, right? We have KFC, and that's it, okay? And that's the we have. You take it or leave it, or leave your mentality and the expectations where you're coming from, But it's okay too. This is what we talk about. Also, you can come up with the idea and launch it and start
exactly.
If you
exactly, you launch it there.
Yeah, if you see this is something that actually people would like, because there's the different taste in, of course, the food and everything, as much as most of the things still connect here, you can bring something a flavor that people like,
Yeah, because you see the way that like KFC, if you're interested, go talk to the Popeyes Corporation.
Exactly.
And ask them, hey, I would like to start a franchise of Popeyes in Kenya, since they already eating KFC. I would like to see if it would be possible to steal some of that business away and make Popeyes a staple. Because we know a lot of these guys go to, sadly enough, to work in the Middle East. Popeyes is in Saudi Arabia. Popeyes is in Dubai. Popeyes is in Bahrain. So some of them have tasted Popeyes, so it'd be a good fit to bring it to Kenya. And so I'll be the one willing to do so. So corporations say, well, if we fuck up, it's on you.
But yes, as we continue, we're going to talk about, of course, Salva Kiir, who's facing nepotism backlash. I mean, this is not something surprising. This is what they do, all these presidents, and this is why we have this poor leadership and literally corruption.
Who was getting nepotism backlash?
Salva Kiir, that is the South Sudan president, who's facing backlash for appointing his daughter as the
the guy who pissed on himself.
Exactly.
South Sudan's President Salva Kiir is facing accusations of nepotism after appointing his daughter to a top government post.
Yeah,
Adut Salva Kiir has been named
all these
senior presidential
all these
influence
morons
official
want to rule Africa as if it's their kingdom, their fiefdom, because they know their people. They're gonna say only in Africa will you get this level of corruption because the people are kind and loving. They're not reactionary. Any place else, you're gonna start to become overthrown. The population's gonna start going crazy. They're gonna come for you. They're not gonna allow this to happen year after year. Only the African with their mild manneredness it's gonna allow this. Hopefully, constantly.
Job formerly occupied by the current vice president. Analysts say the move is part of Kiir's broader efforts to consolidate
Two idiots, two morons. You are doing the same thing as you can see on the picture.
power.
70 families all in his government control. His family controls all of Uganda, all of it. So it's the same. It's the same. And these are more. Yeah, and look how old and ridiculous. See, this was the Europeans like. Look how old and weak these morons are. They're both stupid. They're both idiotic, and they're both weak. And this was and why the Europeans don't never say nothing about these Negroes because that keeps the money going to Europe. Look at this shit here. And then you put Paul Beard, but all these old people. Like, what is going on?
True.
Adut Kiir has never before held a government job, but has been engaged in humanitarian work through her non-profit Adut Salva Kiir Foundation. Policy analyst James Baboya said her appointment is a step towards what he called
it's not going to change a thing until the people fight for their own rights. You know, this is why we need to force democracy. We need to force the democracy for real now to work for us, because the term put in here so far doesn't work for us, you know. So we need to push it so it can work. We should define democracy, and that should be through action.
Exactly.
That should be through actions only, because this is going to continue if we're comfortable. We still, for another president, they're gonna give us another chance and hope. Same old narrative being sold to you
over and over again.
They grow their balloon stomach. You know, you remain there, being skinny, and your family.
Just thinking, what they grow.
Their balloon stomachs. They grow their balloon stomachs. You remain there skinny. Nothing changes for you. Still praying to Jesus who's not coming. You know. In fact, the people and some of the people talking about the.
But Joey, cartoon characters can't come to real life. Sorry, your cartoon character Jesus is not real.
You keep on waiting for the trumpet to be blown so that you can go to heaven. You keep on waiting there as you stay poor. And then Jesus is going to question you. I'm not taking no poor Negroes in there. I mean, what would happen? Like, you are like, you know, what if that, let's say hypothetically, that was to apply. Or you are told your heaven, your kingdom is all there, but you didn't even work for it. So you expect me to take you when you're poor? Excuse me. I'm not going to do that. Like, you should have
if the kingdom is in heaven, it's not a worldly thing. Who's poor, Joe? If the kingdom is not a worldly thing, so the kingdom wouldn't need your money, because the creator can make money out of anything. Just use its mind, and all the money you want is there. So everybody would be wealthy. So whatever.
We do have also is officially joining Burkina Faso in removing the French as its official language. And I just love the way, this is what I've been talking about when it comes to the African Union. When one country makes a decision, the rest should follow. Not just Tanzania saying all the foreigners need to go. Who are the foreigners? Can we address as a continent who are the foreigners, number one? Who are bringing the problem in our businesses and local markets? It is the Chinese, it's the Indians, the Mzungu. You can't go attacking Africans who are trying to. The same thing we're trying to explain with the Benin woman. The fact that she could go
Cameroon.
It was not Cameroon, it was Gabon. The fact that she could go to
Gabon. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Okay, well, I was close. Gabon is on the border of Cameroon. What up?
True. The fact that she could afford to, fund her business in Gabon, why should that be a problem to me? I'm an
Well,
African. My
yeah,
identity
yeah,
is
exactly.
what.
I think, like you said, Joe. I think I think somehow she ended up because Benin is only got Benin, Nigeria, Cameroon, and then Gabon. So obviously, she had been going in and out of these countries, or maybe she married somebody from Gabon. I don't know.
Mhm.
Because, like I said, 200 years ago, there was no borders there. They were like the same tribal people. You know what I'm saying, Joe? So
Mhm.
those borders cut off all these same people of the same tribes. Shit, like the Maasai. It's the same thing, right? So,
Mhm.
so like 200 years ago, she would be considered that tribal people in the Gabon area. But since she was found on the Benin border side that they made, now she's considered a Benesian, whatever you call that shit.
Yeah.
But tribally, she's part of those people in Gabon. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mhm.
so now you got confusion because they're saying she's Benin, and so Africans have now become xenophobic with other Africans. But see, they never. But see, that's how you know you're ignorant. You don't never deal with other white. You never deal with white people, never, or Asian. You never ask no Asian who ain't even from your country, who's all from China. You never tell them, hey, you're Chinese, don't come here, because you got the Chinese running around Gabon, Nigeria, Cameroon, Kenya, everywhere. Only country I know now that started to kick them out was Angola. Angola said 2 weeks ago, well, we want all Chinese ass out. All of you. We don't care what, we want all of you out. You disrespect, your damn talking crazy, that's and all. We want all of you out. That's what's going to happen if it's all throughout Africa. Disrespect is
Mhm.
crazy with these Asians. So,
Exactly. Mhm.
so you got Angola said, look how much money we owe you, but you're getting the fuck out of here. And you got to go. You're getting out. So, because they know you're the same people. And if funny Chinese people treat you like shit, no matter what country you're in, Kenya, Ghana, whatever country they in, they treat you like shit. They come talk to you
Mhm.
crazy.
Mhm.
Cause
I also see, yeah, I was saying that this is what the African Union should have been doing, making decision as a continent, and the fact we still go back and base on Pan-Africanism, which we understood
African
why it
Union.
doesn't, the
African Union.
Pan-Africanism, when,
Joby,
mm,
if a system, if an organization that's created by your enemies, it's not going to put your best interest at
of
heart.
course,
That's what African,
of,
that's why the African Union doesn't work. That's why the
I
Sahel
totally,
State said we're leaving. That's why the Sahel State said we're leaving that shit. It never was designed to work. It's like America with the NAACP. It's created by enemies. So it
mhm,
just got a black name on it, but it's completely to actually be the antithesis, Joby. Everything
mhm,
you want to do that's going to bring you liberation, freedom, wealth, and a good life. It's going to work against that, Joby. Isn't it funny? Where is this African Union when all these terrorists are now popping up all over Africa? Where the hell are they at to put an end to it? Why does the African Union say, okay, since we're ahead of the African countries, let's all get a real military together from each country and let's go get rid of these terrorists for good. Why have they done that? You know why? Because the white man said, you're not going to do that. We control you. You're not going to do none of that. Those are
mhm,
terrorists. Those are terrorists.
mhm.
They
So,
act like they don't know. Oh, these
I,
terrorists, Mali and Burkina Faso with the terrorism, they should go back to ECOWAS. Who's the one who's funding the terrorism? We don't know.
like I said, hypothetically, that's why you'll need to put the hypothesis in it.
Hypothetically.
Yeah, if it was working, that is what we expect. You should be handling all this terrorism. You should be able to tackle everything that is affecting every African country as an organization, but they don't. But shout out to
If
their
you were real, if you were real,
yeah, shout out to the Alliance Health State showcasing. Like I said, personally, think this: if they stay strong, if the West could leave them alone, which we know they are not, this could become the
no,
next African Union because they're
but
really.
exactly that's what it's going to become. Exactly, they're not going to leave them alone because Africa has to be poor, like the white man told you, for everybody to be wealthy. So everybody be. So imagine everybody's a parasite to Africa. So everybody's parasitical. everybody's whole life. And see, I told you, it's been a dirty secret for so long with the European lies and Africa. We think about Africans poor. You see that shit? Africans poor because you've been stealing from Africa. That's what made you wealthy. There's no wealth in Europe, Joey. It all came out of Africa. But the Africans have been made so ignorant, they didn't know that I want to go to Europe and America. They don't know that wealth that came out of Africa. And you look at China, that wealth came out the ground in Africa. But the Africans didn't know that.
Why people are so greedy that you had to put someone's teeth on your mouth? You know, crazy.
Did you bring that up?
Because I'm just, whatever you're trying to explain, you know, of course, them not leaving Africa alone, them not having anything. And then you understand the greediness, what you're talking about, that because it's greediness of what you don't have. To my teeth, like, that's crazy, man. Like, I can fathom me having.
But you think you're going to build a plantation with your free smile? They weren't going to want your teeth? You get your teeth knocked out your head. Are you crazy?
Even a goat's teeth. Because I remember growing up, people used to say that you can have your teeth, your teeth can be replaced with a goat's teeth. Oh, hell no! You're not putting a goat's teeth on my mouth. I'd rather remain the way I am. I'm cool being the grandma that talks after they're getting old. But this is the Jamaican, as we wind up, literally. I'm going to
go ahead. The African, the Kenyan guy?
Yeah, his name is Katelo. He's a comedian here. This big man.
Okay.
Yo, big up on yourself. So today we want to teach you about the alphabet. Starting off with letter A. A stand for awo.
Awo.
Somebody say awo.
Awo.
B is for bombo clat. That's them say B for boy, but we not rate no boy. B is for bombo clat.
Bombo clat.
How good is he, Samuel? Let's see if they're going to say. Samuel, listen. How good is his accent? Can he pass for Jamaican on the street, Samuel? Go ahead, Joe.
Let me hear from Samuel, but he's so good.
Clats. You get a new clats there, D is for dancehall. A lot of get to you to dancehall, so we rate dancehall. And we culture that.
Dancehall every day.
Every day.
D is for east side.
East side.
He is for east side.
Who that?
This one.
From today, you're the prefect. F is for fully. You could have seen fully Gaza, fully Vendetta, fully Anguli, fully genocide. F is for fully.
Fully Gaza. Fully Gaza.
G. Anybody want to take a guess what G stand for?
Gaza. Gully side.
You're not even ready for first grade. Anybody want to take a guess what G stand for?
Gangsta. Gallis.
That is it. G is for Gallis.
Gallis.
Yo, Managalis, from today you're the prefect. Yo, Wagwan.
Yeah, so that's the video. It's been going viral, literally almost to 1 million right now.
Funny. It's funny. What do you think, Samuel? You're the Jamaican accent. How do you feel?
Oh, let me show it again. He said he left and came back. I'm sharing the video of that Jamaican, the Kenyan comedian.
The Kenyan, do the Jamaican accent.
Yourself, teacher.
Yo, big up on yourself. So today we want to teach you about the alphabet. Starting off with letter A. A stand for awo. Somebody say awo.
Awo.
B is for bombo clat. A lot of them say B for boy, but we not rate no boy. B is for bombo clat.
Bombo clat.
C is for clats. And where you get a new clats there, Dad? D is for dancehall. Cause a lot of get to you to make a life out of dancehall, so we rate dancehall. And we culture that.
Dancehall every day.
Dancehall every day. Yeah, how do I share it? All of it again. Very good accent. Yeah, he has a good accent. That is Samuel.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, that was pretty good. You're tricky with that shit, almost like Joey. You're tricky with that accent.
Kenyans are really good with the accent. That is just one thing for sure, especially the Jamaican. Like, there's something about us in Jamaica because recently we had
That lady.
Vibes Cartel. No, Vibes
Oh,
Cartel.
about get that show. Oh yeah. Well, I didn't know who the hell that was, but I finally heard that one. I finally heard one song that Jamani was playing. Sounded pretty good.
Yeah.
I
Vibes
like
Cartel is
it. Like it, yeah.
Vibes Cartel is he said he's coming to Kenya and is very, very influential on the east side. When he said east for east side is literally the ghetto side, like for real, for
Okay.
real.
Yeah,
So
I like
it was
it.
crazy. It was so influential. We had the formation called the Gaza. Gaza was mostly crime gang youths.
Okay.
I'd say I was almost influenced to get into the gang. I was just, you know,
Oh.
I was gangster, but in the outside, I was among the Gaza members on the outside, wearing some thuggery clothes, the heavy bling. I used to have like 6 silver chains on my neck, like 10 rings
Uh-oh.
on my hands. But yeah, it was very influential. So when he said he was coming to Kenya, people went crazy, and I don't think that should be accepted because it's not gonna be nice. It's not gonna be nice. It's not gonna be a good event or concert for him to
Why
come to
not?
Kenya because he's very influential in the, like I said, on the
They
thuggery
might,
side.
they might
So
think, well, hell. He still need to come make his bread, make his money.
the
Shit.
youth take it literally. Like
They can
you have
make it. I
F for
like
fully,
that.
F for fully unruly. When you mean fully unruly, like fully unruly, you know,
Well,
people
he
get
coming.
like,
He's coming to give a concert. I ain't got to do people act
nah,
crazy.
it's not gonna be good. That's something people are already saying. It's
He
not
should.
gonna be a
He
good
should
event.
come make his money. He should not
He
do a
will
concert.
he will make his money, but the people are gonna attend the event and the tags in the event. It's not gonna be. You've seen how I'm gonna show a
Well, yeah,
video of how
why is this music always got to be thug? How did he become a thug guy?
because he was a tag. That's why he was in jail for 13 years.
Oh shit! I didn't know he was in jail for 13 years.
Yes, it just came out like last year.
Wow.
That's why people are so excited. Like,
Wow. Where was he in jail at in Jamaica?
I think in the States, I'm not sure. Somebody can you confirm
In
that? I think
the states, we never heard of this nigga in those states, Joe.
oh
We never
yeah.
heard of this. We never heard of this dude.
I was shocked you guys didn't know Vibes Cartel. Vibes
He,
Cartel is the
yeah,
most
he,
influential
he might,
Jamaica.
he
Leave
might,
alone Bob
he,
Marley.
he
After
might,
Bob Marley,
he might have been in the states as a prisoner, but we don't know nothing about his music. We ain't even heard of this dude.
yeah, I think after Bob Marley and the likes of Bob Marley, Gregory Isaac, Lucky
I
Dube.
like it. We can back it. Look at Doobie is South African, Joe. He's not even Jamaican.
Vibes Cartel happens to be the next influential. But we have this story also shared on the WhatsApp, which is very interesting to me because and shows how also Africans are used for, let me say, not really guinea pigs. I want to put the guinea pigs in it, but also you
Hmm.
used for other people's how do I say comfortability or lifestyle, making money. It's like let me put the slave also in it. You're a slave who doesn't understand um
Hmm.
a slave who has been used. You didn't know you are being used as a slave to showcase the image of slavery and how because
Yeah.
this movie is just based. If I try to look at now, the gods must be crazy today, and
That
I
would
want
be
to
crazy. Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, Miss Spike's talking about that movie. That movie came out 40 years ago. I said, Spikes, that's not a comedy, Spike. That's showing you as a dumbass African that you don't know
Yeah.
where a bottle is from. It falls out of plane, hits in the ground. And say, oh, the gods must be have sent this to me. It's showing Africans as morons, Spike.
Yes, I want to actually watch it again after this because I watched it when I was so young and I didn't understand much. Now, when I'm looking at it today, and because I bumped into this article which is talking about the
Okay.
Namibian actor in the film The Gods Must Be Crazy was paid $300 despite
Wow.
the movie
That's
grossing
making
more than
millions.
$40 million. That is what they made.
$40 million to get that man in the movie. $300. Oh God
Imagine.
damn! So disrespectful. God
It
damn.
is very, very disrespectful. So I'm gonna share just one clip. Maybe you can put the copyright for me if you have If you
Oh,
can,
give me a
when you
second. Give me a second. Give me a second. 1 second. I can put it on there. This is for educational purposes only, YouTube. Copyright infringement, blah, 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 blah. I don't know why we can't. I don't know why we can't see this on your own computer. Go
I
ahead.
don't know. I think Iwaton must have missed it somewhere because it's only me and Iwaton who use this device a lot. But yeah, let me share this. Where is it? Where's my screen?
Man, because Shoki must be. I didn't even know he's Namibian.
This is the fighting scene. I'm gonna find the yeah.
You didn't play the scene where the bottle falls out the sky. Yeah. And I understand why this movie made so much money back then because it was showing Africans as morons. These dumbass Africans. That's what these dumbass Africans. It's the 20th century. Look at where they still are. They're still like back in the Stone Ages, walking around. Don't you know what a bottle is? They can't run away.
А я не знаю почему, а ты мне нравишься. Сама не знаю почему, но ты мне нравишься. И понимаю, что сама я не красавица, но сердце стучит, но сердце зовет. Ну где ж ты бродишь, милый друг? Я так устала от разлук. А ты мне нравишься.
Introduction. Hello, folks. Welcome to our channel. The gods must be crazy. A pilot throws a glass Coca-Cola bottle out of the plane and falls to the ground.
This one has an explainer, but yeah, if you get it, you get it. You know, if you get it, I'm just gonna find the movie and watch it myself personally right now. That's what I'm about to do because you know the gods must be crazy. It went viral. Pardon?
Yeah, what it's showing you, if you understand African people, since you're the most diverse people on the planet, so Africa would have the smartest people in Africa, and Africa would have the dumbest people. You'd have the smartest people, you'd have the dumbest people. Instead, we showed they were Africa, it's all Africa. And that's not what they did on purpose. Because Africa would have major development and no development. Because Africa is the most diverse continent of people. So you'd have the smartest people in the world in Africa, and along with that, you'd have the dumbest people in the world in Africa. That's how crazy the range would be. But they would only to show the underdeveloped morons in Africa. They say, this is all of Africa. It's all savage and people walking around half butt naked, don't know how shit works. And yeah. And so they put that image out to destroy Africa's image. So that's the image everybody got around the world of Africa. That's why the people in America thought the Africans were stupid, and this was Africa. And that's a false narrative. That's propaganda. And it soothes people who wasn't Africans are backward and stupid. Now, understanding you have both those different dichotomies in Africa, from the very, very smart to the very, very dumb, because of Africa being the most diverse people. That's why the tallest person in Africa would be in Africa, and the shortest person would be in Africa, because of Africa's diverse, because that's the beginning of everything. The beginning of everything is always the most diverse, guys. So the tallest person on the planet would be an African, and the smallest person on the planet would be an African. The smartest person on the planet would be an African, and the dumbest person on the planet would be an African. It's because it's the most diverse, because it's the beginning of everything. So it's the most diverse.
Period. But yeah, that's where we wind up with today's conversation. That has been my time.
You gonna go back and look at that boring movie?
Yeah, I don't think I have. The quality is low. If I find,
Yeah, the quality. That's old movie's like 40 years old, Joey.
I'm gonna see if I can catch up with it. If not, I'm gonna just
Movie,
go on
movie,
Netflix.
yeah, you go on Netflix or Amazon. That movie's almost older than me. That movie's crazy. I looked at that shit as a kid, like, God damn. And I was a kid, I was a child. I said, boy, Africa's fucked up.
But yeah, much love. Shout out to Jibajaba says, yep, the white guys loved the movie because it made us look stupid. And this is around
Exactly.
when Paul Simon was pimping out those South African
The South
singers.
Africans singing them songs. Yeah, what was it? They have to do that. A room away, a room away. I forgot some South Africans. Paul Simons over there. He was over there. Hold on, Joey. This is what Chris League. Hold on, Joey. This is what Chris League. Go to YouTube and say Paul Simon sings with the South Africans. I can't remember the name of them damn songs, but it was. They picked up the South Africans and shit. He made millions of dollars and probably paid them South Africans like $2. Here you go, nigga, $2. So when they did the guy with the gods must be crazy. I remember that Paul Simon and South African shit was everywhere, making millions of dollars. He probably paid them dudes $3 a piece. Here you go. They give you $3. $3. Okay, cool. But Paul Simon bought him a big ass mansion and shit. So you got this white man singing with the South Africans who weren't allowed to be in certain places in South Africa. This is during apartheid. So he's making millions of dollars out of the Africans paying him 10 cents. In 1987, it was apartheid. So he's going to South Africa making millions of dollars while these South Africans are treated like shit in their own country. This is 1987. So South Africans are poor, stupid, no freedom. Go ahead, Joe.
Using us for their own benefit.
Exactly. How you get it? That's right, Joe. That album made millions. Let's put this in properly, Joe. Say, how much money did the Graceland? How many albums did the Graceland album make, Joe? Let's see. How many albums did Graceland album sell? Let's see. I know it's a million. I remember as a kid, I know it made millions, Joe. And them African people ain't get a damn shit. And it's their music. Let's see.
Paul Simon's album Graceland sold over 16 million copies worldwide.
60 million copies! 60 million! So imagine back then an album, that is an instant, the album's like $5. So what's 60 million times 5, Joe? You talking about, God damn! What's 60 million times 5, Joe? Album 1987, it's like 60 million, it's probably like $7 by it. I think like $5 or $7 in 1987. I got looked at. This dude made almost $1 billion.
80.
What is it, Joby?
80 million copies. That is the same times $5, right?
It's 80 million. I think it's 60 or 80 million. 80, yeah, because the album is about $5. I think it's about 7. 87 was about $7. So say 7. Say what's 80 times 7, Joby? What is 80 times 7?
560.
$560 million. $500 million, Joe.
That's crazy.
I didn't know it sold that much.
That's crazy.
$560 million, Joe, that album made. That's just the album. We're not talking about the concert this motherfucker did. That's just the album sale, Joe. The album made over $500 million. Jesus Christ, them Africans probably got $3. Here you go, nigga, get $3. Ooh, Paul Simon, I get the whole $3. Yeah, nigga, there you go.
Give me my money. Africans need to wake up, man. You're not gonna use me like that, man.
You know, Joe, but they didn't know none of that. No.
Yeah, I quit. Either you give me my money fully or I quit. That's the simplest rule of most of the places I've worked. If you want to fuck up my money, then good. Stay with it. I leave you with it. But you can fuck up yourself. But I'm not going to stay there watch you F my life. Hell no. As you get better, hell no. No way. I
Yeah, but
refuse.
they didn't know all that stuff, you know. Then they just like a white man asked us to
You
play.
should have known. Do you know how blowing a trumpet, how you get tired of your cheeks? Like the cheeks really hurt. Like, you know how literally the aftermath of blowing a trumpet? Have you guys tried playing a trumpet? Oh my god. Leave alone a piano. Leave alone a piano. A piano is just the fingers. The mouth gets tired with the trumpet and the flute.
Joby, okay, so you want to take the $3? I'm gonna give you $5, Joby.
Nah, no way. How many numbers are we making? Ain't you seen our music numbers is going up? We need $5. Gotta be stupid or something.
I'm not gonna share my numbers with you, you African.
And cool. You go find another band that can help you release your music. Yeah, like we quit. That's so sad.
Wow, I know the album made that much money. That's crazy. I knew it was big because it was the South Africans, not him. He's a core. That's why his music stuck after that. It was the South Africans that made the music popular because it was their music. Like Joe said, they didn't see none of that money. It's crazy.
But much love, family.
Much love. They got cheated worse than the guy from. The guys must be crazy. The guy must be crazy when they made $40 million. That album made $500 million.
Crazy.
That's 40. Imagine what that was. That was 40 years ago. So imagine what was $500 million